But I'm more excited for our next guests who are coming up.
The GLAM Boys!
So who do we have with us today?
Well, my name is Carlos. I am a health and wellness coordinator for the President of Vermont, and I'm also a GLAM coordinator.
And I'm Travis. I'm also health and wellness and GLAM coordinator. And we brought some gifts for you two lovely ladies.
Gifts?
Because you can't have tea without shade.
So you each get one.
Oh my gosh! GLAM shades.
We got our tchotchkes out.
Summer's coming up.
Product placement.
And stickers.
Okay.
I guess I'm alone.
You can wear them. They're adorable. I love this. GLAM. Oh, you even have your website,
Yeah.
glambt.org. Plug it.
I'm gonna set it there with the nail that popped off.
So cute.
It happens.
So, for those who don't know, what is GLAM?
So GLAM is a social group for gay, bi, and trans guys. We host a slew of social events throughout the area. And summer typically picks up a lot more because it's nice outside and we don't have to worry about winter.
Snow.
So we've got glamping, which is just camping with a little glam twist. We go to the great...
Like glitter?
Yeah, glitter.
There's always glitter in our ends.
Always glitter.
Yeah. We go to the Great Escape Six Flags in Lake George, so that's always fun. We do hiking because what kind of group would we be in Vermont if we didn't hike, right? So yeah, that's a little bit about GLAM. We try and incorporate guys 18 to 35. The typical empowerment project, which is what GLAM is 18 to 24, but we modified ours because more people, more fun, you know.
Always.
And there's also an HIV prevention component to GLAM, which people don't see. But let's say, for example, we put we're gonna have a sex chat discussion of safer sex, and in a clinic. A lot of people are not gonna go in. So studies shows that it is easier for people to get comfortable when talking about this stuff when they're talking to peers. So we do these events to gather people and then invite them to these safer sex discussions. In which we talk about risk reduction. It's not always about it's not always about putting on a condom. There's a lot of other things that you can do.
Abstinence.
Right? That's exactly what they were going for, right?
Swallowing, actually.
I don't think that's allowed in my diet. Too many calories.
Too much protein.
But yeah, so we gather guys to talk about this as friends instead of educators, just as friends. And we create educators that way. And we also do HIV testing. So that's another way of getting people in. It's okay, you can just take a test, it's 20 minutes. So
Awesome. So HIV testing, are we talking you're going to stick a needle in my arm and I have to give you a bunch of blood, or?
Because we know this is an issue where I'm
No needles.
bitch, my blood is my own. I'm not giving that to anyone.
So we can collect the sample two different ways. We can collect oral fluid, so you can just put something in your mouth. And then we can collect it that way, or we can do a finger prick and just take a tiny drop of blood from your finger.
Oh.
Just a little tiny prick. Just a little tiny. Bitty.
I don't really do so well with tiny pricks.
So it's fine, I'll just stick something in your mouth. You'll love it.
There's always a prick in one group of gay guys, right?
At least one.
What do we have on tap for events for GLAM? On tap.
We've got a lot. So let's see. We have what is the day?
It's
Well, we're
midweek.
premiering on Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
So we've got mini golf coming up next weekend. We've got the weekend after, we're going to the drive-ins.
Yes.
And that same day that we're doing mini golf is the transplant cell. So the transplant cell is going to be happening in the parking lot right next to the Pride Center. It's going to be put on by our trans group, and it's going to be a lot of great stuff. It's all going to be volunteer run, and all the proceeds go to the trans support groups, which are going to be great. And at the annual celebration on Friday, we raised $1,000 for that program. Well,
Awesome.
for that program's new
Specific.
coordinator.
Okay.
So we're opening up a position for a trans program coordinator.
Ooh.
That's
Super
exciting.
exciting.
Keep your eyes peeled if you're looking for a
So
job.
where is that? So for folks who don't know where the Pride Center is,
So the
that
Pride
parking
Cen-
lot is
yeah.
located. Wow.
The Pride Center is at the end of South Champlain Street. Suite 12, it's going to be the first door on the red building, very close. It'll be very easy to find. We got rainbows everywhere.
If you want to put it on
Follow
your
the
GPS,
rainbow.
it's 255 South Champlain Street. 255 South Champlain Street. One real quick thing about like events that are coming
Yeah.
up. We have a few like bigger events that attract more people. One of them is the Great Escape. We usually go to the Great Escape as a group. So that's really awesome always. We also have glamping coming up. That we usually do that at the end of the summer. And really important, we have this really big event in a boat.
Boat.
Yes.
Is it going real fast?
So yeah, at the annual celebration, we raised some money to rent this boat, and this boat is going to have 3 levels, and I believe it's going to be divided by the trans community program, the Momentum program, which is for older adults, and then GLAM program is going to be there too. We're going to have DJs. I think don't quote me on this, but DJ Chia is on board, and I believe Craig Mitchell is like, we're trying to get Craig Mitchell, maybe Rob Douglas, who knows. We're really excited for this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
And thanks to all the wonderful contributions made, ticket sales will be super, super low. So
Yeah.
come by. We're going to try and broadcast it all through Vermont and maybe even upstate New York. Who knows? We're just going to try and fill the thing because we've got an entire freaking boat to ourselves.
So
so exciting.
everyone's
That's the
invited.
summer.
Everyone's
Yeah,
invited.
This
yeah.
summer, just no date yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, exactly.
We're working
No
on that.
date.
It's just, again, thanks to those amazing, we raised upwards of $2,200 for that.
Yeah.
So it covered all of the rental fees for all 3 floors.
So you just have to like stay tuned to like the GLAM news, glamvt.org right here.
Check your glasses. Awesome. Cool.
Well, GLAM just sounds like a bucket of fun. What got both of you interested in GLAM to begin with?
Oh, so for me, they got me as soon as I moved to town. Like I moved to town on a Wednesday, and they were like, Wednesday. Mike Bensel, who's the director of the program, he talked to me through the apps, and he was like, "Hey, I see that you're new. There's this thing, Scruff. There's this thing happening on Wednesday. If you want to come, we do event planning. There's always food." And I was like, "Okay, sure, I'll check it out." So I went there my first day in Burlington, and I just found a lot of like really good friends. I was just talking with one of my great friends, Ethan Fontenot, and he was like, "Oh, I just met you the first day you came here through GLAM." I was like, "Yeah, that's right."
That's amazing.
So yeah, and after that, I was just like, I really want to get involved, and when the position opened, I was like, might as well just check it out, and here I am.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get quite as an exciting start. I didn't get to use the apps. I mean, I still use them. But
You didn't get that like initiation.
yeah, I didn't get that. But I moved here last May actually, and I heard that there was going to be some like poster making for the vigil going on in response to the Pulse incident, and I'm glad that I just kind of like jumped right in with that, and everyone was there so welcoming. Carlos was there. I'm pretty sure Ethan was, and it was great. They just said, "Come on in, like we're gonna do this," and we just made posters and went out on the streets the same day. It felt great. It felt very welcoming, and after that, I just kind of like started doing my own digging. And I went to a beach event. There's a beach party that we have every year too.
Oh yeah,
which
also
is
coming up.
which was so much fun. Yeah. Oh yeah. So keep your eyes peeled
Busy
for that.
summer.
Yeah, plugging
Always,
Queens
yeah.
over
Oh,
here.
Yeah.
But that beach event was super fun because obviously it was at a beach, but there was a storm, and I wound up walking away with a new grill.
That's right.
New grill.
And then I just kept getting more and more involved, and eventually a position opened up, and I dove right in and got my foot in the door there. So
Awesome. So I heard a little name drop there. Mike Bensel. So where is he today?
Mike Benzel. Who knows where Mike Benzel is? He might be riding his bike.
I wonder
everywhere.
where he could be. I mean, we're loosely based off of the Sherry and Yolanda show, and back in the 90s, he was able to go on there.
Right. I just saw a video of Baby Mike in '98
Oh my
talking
God.
about the Pride Center because he was actually one of the original founders of the Pride Center, which at that point was called RU12. So yeah, check it out. It's on YouTube.
It is. If you go to vermontcam.org, you can go to the Cherry and Yolanda archives and check out Mike's original interview back in the day.
And if you needed any help with some 90s fashion, you can make sure you can check that out too, because soccer shirts over thermals with rainbow scarves and an eyebrow ring were the hottest trend.
He looks sickening.
If you ever need an idea for a 90s party,
We should do a toot and boot.
toot and boot from the 90s.
Yes, I love that idea.
So I know we've had plenty of plugging of events, but if someone was interested in joining in GLAM, how can they get involved?
How do they get involved? You show up at the Pride Center on Wednesday at 6:30. We have our core group meetings every Wednesday. We always have food, and it's free.
Yeah.
So if you like food,
And we have we have variety too. We used to have only pizza, the things that you could get delivered. But now we have Travis here, and he's the great cook. So we actually
Stepped it up.
Yeah, we've actually had tacos, beef stroganoff.
beef stroganoff, tacos,
Yeah.
meatball subs.
Book him for my dating show.
should do a cooking. So yeah, just show up on Wednesday nights. We have a group of anywhere from 5 to 12 guys. Sometimes we filled the entire barn, which is a big community space out back in the Pride Center. So everyone there is great. We do obviously introductions, and who doesn't love a good icebreaker?
Yeah.
And then we get talking about future events. We have a discussion topic that ranges from
Discussion topics are great.
favorite colors, food, places to eat in Burlington, to a lot more in-depth things like positive queer masculinity, and
Labels,
label
stereotypes.
identities, stereotypes, all the good stuff. And then we talk about future events that GLAM guys want to see. So the coolest part about GLAM and the events that we have, it's not determined by Carlos, Mike, or I. It's determined by the people in the community. Whatever you want to see, we can help you put on.
Yeah. Also, another way that you can get involved is you can talk to me or Mike, and we can organize. You can organize your own testing party in which we bring food to your house. You're just the host, but we bring the food. And Mike and I will be, hopefully soon, Travis too. We'll be in a room, and we'll just be testing people. But we'll bring food and drinks and everything. So.
And do we ask through Scruff, Grindr? What is the preferred app that we do this
However
through?
you see our faces.
I am on all the apps, so you can find me on all the apps, Scruff, Grindr. And I'm always willing to talk to people about the program and about risk reduction and how you can get involved. So yeah, you can reach me anywhere.
Awesome.
Well, we are so thankful that we got to have you on our first show.
Thank you so much.
Oh yes, thank you for having us.
Carlos and Travis from GLAM.
Thank you.
Wow, so we had the GLAM Boys, and
We have a busy summer. We have a busy summer if we're going to all of those GLAM events.
every single one. And
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
sorry that I limited them earlier to just Grindr, Scruff, Hornet, all of them. God.
And you can't say, none of these gays in this area can say that there's nothing to do in Vermont, because the GLAM Boys are making it happen.
They're doing everything.
Yeah.
Every single thing.